What's up, entrepreneur, solopreneur, founder? In this video, I'm going to present the optimal order of investing for solopreneurs like you and me. Hey there, my name is Elliot, and 4 years ago, and still today, I created a business. I work on it full time now, and it's working. The business is making more money than the cost of living for me after tax, after expenses, and everything. And if you've also built a business that works, you'll realize that month after month in the business bank account, the capital or the income, the money, just starts to stack up. And you might not exactly know what to do with that money, but you do know that it's probably best not to just let it sit there. And that's the position that I'm in personally. It's a good problem to have, but I want to figure out, what do I do with the money as a self-employed person? And so I went and did the research myself, and I'm just presenting what I found. If you feel like I missed something or something's wrong, just let me know in the comments below. By the way, I typed this out and I made it a document, so it's really easy to follow these steps. And if you want me to send it to you, just click the link in the description and I'll send it right over. Also, keep in mind that I'm just a solopreneur founder. I'm not a CPA, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a financial advisor, so this is in no way financial advice. It's just my research and my sharing to you. So without further ado, let's begin. Step number 1 is to have between 6 to 12 months of liquid cash in our bank account. As the entrepreneur, it's our job to make sure that the business never runs out of money. Money is the oxygen for our business. And so the closer we are to zero, the closer we are to needing to go get a job again. And I don't know about you, I like doing what I do, but the whole purpose of this entrepreneurial journey for me is to really never have a job again. And so what we want to do is, again, have that between 6 to 12 months of expenses so that we can extend our financial runway and make sure that we can keep doing the thing that keeps generating the money, even in months that we might produce a lower amount of income than we would like. Now, you'll often notice or hear other financial experts share to regular people who have jobs that you want between 3 to 6 months of expenses as an emergency fund. But for us solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, founders, we want to, again, add an additional cushion. So think, before you even start to invest, have 6 to 12 months of expenses in liquid cash in the business bank account. Step number 2 is to make sure to have the proper insurance. So that means if you own a car, make sure you have auto insurance. If you own a home, have homeowner's insurance. For me, I don't own either of those, but I do have health insurance, and I feel like that's an expense well worth paying for, and everyone needs to have it. In case you're wondering, I'm currently on a Blue Cross Blue Shield Bronze program, and it costs about $385 a month. This is going to be another topic for another video that I'd like to do some more research to see if it's actually the best plan for me, but I'm glad that I'm covered. And if you are a self-employed person out there and you feel I'm getting ripped off, you feel like you have a better plan and something that's working better for you, all I'm trying to do with this channel is personally become better with my finances as a self-employed person, as well as create a community of like-minded, financially savvy and intelligent folks. So if you've got a plan that's working really well for you, please let us know in the comments down below. Step number 3 is to pay off your debts. As you know, the title of this video is The Optimal Order of Investing for Solopreneurs, and we haven't even gotten to the investing part yet because you want to pay off your debts, such as your car loan, your student loan, or your credit cards. And the reason is because these loans, the interest rate at which you need to pay it back is often higher than the rate of return that you will likely see in investing. The one caveat to this is your mortgage, because you don't need to pay off your mortgage completely before you start to invest, but what you'll want to do is invest while you start to pay off your mortgage each month at the appropriate rate if you choose to own a home. All right, step number 4 is where investing finally begins, and it is to start and contribute to our own self-employed retirement account. Now, there are 2 main accounts that work well for solopreneurs, and that is the Solo 401k and SEP IRA. This is going to be a topic that I dive deeper into in a future video, but the short explanation of it is that the Solo 401k allows you to make contributions as both the employer and the employee, whereas the SEP IRA, the contributions are employer only, but the SEP IRA is easier to open and maintain. Now, if you have already chosen one of these accounts, let us know which brokerage firm you're going through, which account you chose, and why. All right, step number 5 is to start and contribute to a Roth IRA. Now, the Roth IRA is open for anyone who has earned income, so employees or employers or self-employed people. However, there are income limits. So above the limit, or if you make too much, then you can't contribute directly to a Roth IRA. However, there's something called a backdoor Roth, which is essentially where you contribute to a traditional IRA, which doesn't have any income limits, and then you convert it to a Roth. Now, a simplified explanation for the Roth IRA is that this is an account, an investment retirement account, that allows us to contribute money to our Roth IRA on a tax-deferred basis. So that means that we pay tax at the time that we contribute the money, not later when we withdraw the money, which really means that our money grows tax-free, which is, of course, smart and awesome. Now, on a personal note, I feel like I was pretty lucky. I don't know why. I just read a book, and then when I was 22 years old, I started to contribute to my own Roth IRA, and that was a while ago. And so you really see compound interest kick in. And so if you haven't already, I really highly recommend it. Again, I use Vanguard. Let us know in the description what you use and why. All right, after the Roth, step number 6 is to open up an HSA account, and that is a health savings account. Now, the qualification here is that you are already on a high deductible health insurance plan, and if that's the case, then the HSA acts like one of the best tax deals available for us for these 3 reasons. First, contributions are tax deductible. Second, our money grows tax-free. And third, withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are tax-free as well. So this tax trifecta, plus the ability to pull the money out after the age of 65, helps the HSA account act like a stealth retirement account for us. Step number 7 applies if you have children, and that is then to start and contribute to a 529 education savings plan. And the reason is that these 529 plans are done on an after-tax basis, plus growth and withdrawals are not subject to federal tax when used for qualified education expenses. All right, step number 8 is to open and fund a taxable brokerage account. So once the other tax-advantaged accounts that I mentioned earlier in the video are all maxed out, this is where the rest of your investing goes. Keep in mind that with taxable brokerage accounts, there's no contribution limits and there's no withdrawal restrictions. So it's fully flexible and you can access your money at any time, which makes it a good home for investors who are interested in retiring early. Now, keep in mind that you will owe tax on the dividends and the gains when you sell, yet long-term gains are taxed at lower rates. For most people, low-cost index funds or ETFs are the sensible, simple choice that works well. For me personally, I have been investing and contributing every single month to my own Vanguard taxable brokerage account. I have a 3-fund portfolio, and in case you want to know exactly the 3 ETFs that I contribute to each month, just let me know in the comments below. Step number 9, after you've completed all of the other investing order of operations, is to throw some skin in the game of crypto. I personally keep between 3 to 5% of my net worth using cryptocurrency. Mostly that is Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum. I use Coinbase, that makes it super easy, and I know that it's not the best for transaction fees, but that's what I use because I want simplicity. The reason is not because I believe in crypto so much, but I see the numbers, my rate of return ever since 2017 when I first bought in, and each month after that, I've just contributed a little bit every month, and the numbers don't lie. The return has been great. And so I feel like the upside has more potential than the downside because the way my crypto strategy works is if it gains, it's icing on the cake, and if it loses, it's no problem at all. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. Step number 10, the last one. If you've made it this far, please give this video a like. If you haven't already, comment down below and let's create a community of founders who want to do right with their finances. And in case you want to see more, if you want me to make more videos on these topics, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next one. Now, step number 10 is to invest in real estate. And there are 3 key fundamental basic strategies to do this. The first one, of course, would be to either buy a home or a condo, rent out a room or the entire space or unit or home. The second strategy would be to invest in online real estate crowdfunding platforms. I don't even really know what that means, but my research said that these exist. And so if you are using crowdfunding platforms to invest in real estate, let me know what that means. If the ROI has been great, let us know, inform us, educate us so we can do right with our money too. And the third step to invest in real estate would be to invest using REITs, that's REIT, so Real Estate Investment Trust. The model is like a mutual fund for real estate where we give money to a company who specializes in investing in real estate and we earn through the dividends that we receive. All right, so that is the investor's order of operations for solopreneurs like you and me. If you haven't already and you want all 10 steps listed out in a clear, logical way with explanations that go deeper than I was able to present in this video, just click the link in the description and I'll send it straight to your inbox. If you feel like I should have added something, taken something away, something that is working well for your wallet, let us know in the comments. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and I'll see you in next week's video.